Welcome back, everybody. Sioux City up 3-1 over Omaha right now. Coming up is the third period. However, we forgot to take a commercial break during our second media timeout during the second period. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back for the third period. Don't go anywhere.
If you crossed a clam with a tomato, you'd get a clamato. Clamato, the delightful blend of clams and tomatoes from Mott's. Not quite like clams or tomato juice, clamato has its own flavor. Light, refreshing, rejuvenating. You have to taste it to believe it. Try Mott's tomato. And you thought Mott's just made great applesauce.
Latest U.S. government figures show silver thins lowest in tar and nicotine of all 100 tested, lower than most kings. Can a cigarette that tastes as good as silver thins actually be that low in tar and nicotine? Read United States government figures. Try silver thins now in menthol too.
Welcome back, everybody. Now we're officially ready to start the third period here. Sioux City with a 3-1 lead right now, but Omaha, they still have a chance to win this one. It's not very high, but we will see. Things got, well, more than a little chippy that last period. Yeah, Omaha was just all over Sioux City in that last period, but yeah, in fact, the one Omaha player is still talking with one of the referees. I don't know why. It's a pointless exercise, I know that, but all right, I think we're ready to go now. Taking the draw, Tommy Spencer and William Tomko. And we're off and underway. Face-offs one, puck will roll all the way back behind the net. There's Trey Jeffress with it. Jeffress back behind the net. Lance with it. Lance feeds it on out towards the blue line. They're now Tomko. Tomko mishandled there. Karen back for Morgan. Shot got deflected into the netting and out of play. Then you got wow, they'll drive you crazy. Yeah, they will. Face-offs one. Here's Hiles with it out towards the blue line. Takes a shot, got blocked by View. Rebounds loose in front, and it's taken back up by Dallas View. Here's View behind the net with it. View out towards center. View fanned on the shot, taken there by Charlie Vig. Vig kept around center. Stenger whacks it in the other way. I think we didn't hear the whistle. It wasn't very loud, but it did go for icing. Face-off will come to the right of, almost did it again. The right of Ryder Shea. Face-offs one. Stania's shot went wide. I almost called Ryder Shea Samuel Urban. And Omaha gets caught using a hand pass. That is quite illegal, I will say that. Whoop, whoop. Hurt yourself. Go get real, rock 'em loose. Face-off will come right in front of the Musketeers bench. Potter will take the draw with Solano. Boy, the puck kind of bounced out funnily after that. But here's Potter with it. Potter off the boards. This will go for another icing. Face-off will come to the right here of Urbad. Third time's a charm, I'm telling you. It's Ryder Shea. Potter will take the draw with Markonitis. See, it's easy to do with goaltenders because they've all worn this. Goaltenders, and I made this point last period, they all wear the same numbers for the most part. So, I mean, you know, in that 30 to 35 range. So, here's Cap Carr with it. In the circle, Potter. Feeds it on Dakota Bailey, gloved up there by, not Shaker, but Nils Moritz. So Shaker got pulled. In fact, I don't even see him on the bench. Although I don't know if that would really matter if he would have gotten pulled. Wait, no, I think I do see him on the bench. Optical illusion. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. H-O-T-T-O-G-O. O-G-O. Da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba. Tavares shot. Ooh, boy. Morin's got a piece of it, and it just rolled into the corner. H-O-T-T-O-G-O. Let's see if the Muskies are H-O-T-T-O-G-O. They better be. Puck taken back there by Yorku. Yorku now for Ryan Aronson. Aronson feeds it on over to Yorku. Into the glove of Ryder Shea. I got it right this time. Like I'm gonna be. Ooh, pitch perfect over here. We're going up, up, up. It's our moment. Going, gonna be golden. Oh, I don't know why this song became as popular as it has, but it's that K-pop crap, I know that. Face-off's won by Karen, but then the Muskies come up with it. Drake Graham with it now. Graham feeds it on over. Yorku into the stick of Shane Gold. Spencer flings one down into the corner. Drake Graham behind the net. Graham feeds it on over to Ryan Yorku. Here's Tomka with it there at center. Jefferson, a little bit of a scramble for it, taken there by Tanner Morgan. Here's Morgan out towards center. Morgan feeds one down into the corner. Shane Gold will take this one. Gold, long toss tipped by Luke Gary, and it's sent down into the hands of Konjevich. Konjevich off the boards, tipped by Spencer. Matej Tepley on back there for Karen. Karen now Jeffress with it. Here's Jeffress. Picked up there by Cole Hiles. Igor Kim takes a shot. Shea got a pad on it. Now Cole Hiles with it back behind the net. Boy, Matej Tepley, part of his equipment is exposed. Buckle or a strap got loose somehow. Charlie Vig with it. Back behind the net, Vig. Feeds it on over to... It's not Tanner Morgan, but it's Reese Lance. Stanger gets a big hit on. Here's Vatne. Pass across, cannot get anywhere with that one. Lenny Geiger feeds it on to Dallas View. Here's View through the legs of Cole Hiles. Down there is Poyard. Tipped by View. And it's sent down ice into the hands of Mason Stanger. Stanger. Nice moves back to Vatne. Tip went off the top of the glass and hit the netting, and it's out of play. If If you start me up, I'll never stop. Can you start me up? If you start me up, I'll never stop. Start me up. Face off, a come to the left of Morin's. Face off's one. Puck will roll back behind the net. Into the hands there of Stanius, and the puck somehow ended up in the Musketeers bench. And out of play. Potter will take the draw at center ice with Jacob Solano. Face-offs one. Here's Israelov. Back behind the net. Christian Lyons with that one. Lyons. On back there is Raylov. Here's Anderson. Feeds it on over to Dakota Bailey. Bailey into the hands of Potter. Potter shot save made by Morins. Puck will roll into the corner, and it comes out towards center. Lyons. Now Stanius. Flips it back behind the net there. William Tomko around the boards. Anderson was there. Bailey, picked up by Dallas Potter. Sends it down into the corner. Picking it up there, Ryan Yorku. Markinitis with it. Markinitis out towards center. Musket slips and falls, because of course he does. Picked up there by Yorku. Yorku feeds it on over to Markinitis. Markinitis. Boy, he gets obliterated. Now Lovell taken away. Well, Tavares, nice block on that one. Here's Aronson out towards center. Gold. Picked up there by Tupley. Tupley mishandled there by Booten. Konyevic, a shot went wide. Now Lovell with it. Back behind the net there is Kaysen Musket. Musket blocked by Lovell. Puck is sent down ice. This should go for an icing, and it does. 14:27 left to go here in this third period. We'll take a break, I believe. Yes, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, maybe not. I thought I heard a buzzer ring, but nope. I guess not. Because usually there's a little buzzer before we go to break, but thought I heard it, but I mean, it would be the right time for it, but I guess not. Face-offs one. Here's Tanner Morgan with it. Hits the side of the goal. Tavares in a scramble for with it. Picked up there by Morgan. Here's Gold with it off the boards there for Tavares. Puck is sent back behind the net there. Tanner Morgan was there. Morgan behind the net. Konyevic. Karen with it. Now Tomko feeds it back behind the net. Down to 13:55 left to go here in this third period. Sioux City up 3-1. Here's Poyer. Shot went wide. Picked up by Vatne. Vatne in a scramble for. And now that one's sent down ice there. Mason Stenger at center. Tomko mishandled by Vatne. Picked up there by Karen. Here's Karen. Intercepted by William Tomko. Feeds it on to Elias Vatne. Vatne pass across. Cannot connect with View. View for Poyer at the blue line. Poyer pass across. Gavin Carr with that one. Carr takes a shot. Save made by Morins. Puck will roll back behind the net there. View. Well, that was Tomko actually. He's tied up with Kodjevic. Here's Poyer. Sent on over there by Gavin Carr. Carr picked up by Elias Vatne. Vatne, nice connection to Tomko. And then he gets thrown into the boards. No penalty called, because why would there be? Here's Cole Hiles with it. Hiles up the right side. Hiles in. Shot. Stop, I believe. Yes, by Ryder Shea. Oh, and View going after Charlie Big. Boy. Now we'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
What's her name? What's her name? Snow White. Snow White, honey, you got to go and finish like music. You can want it all over again. And then we hop over to Ireland.
Welcome back. 12:47 left to go here in this third period. Omaha up 3-1. Face-off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. Talking with the one referee about something. I don't know what, but I think he's all right. Face-off's won. Puck sent towards the blue line. Immediate shot got tipped in front. Boy, Shea was right there standing strong. Booten now with it. Booten feeds it on to Trey Jeffress out towards center. Jeffress, nice pass to Lenny Geiger. Ends up into the hands of Daniil Booten. Sends it back for Christian Lyons. There for Gavin Carr. Throws it back behind the net. Ryder Reynolds was there, so is Daniil Booten. Geiger. Down there is Jeffress. Spins around. Gavin Carr, one-time shot. Tupley was blocked. Fendi Saint-Hubert with it. Cole Hiles has this one. Takes it back behind the net. Hiles. Back there for Jeffress. Jeffress out there in front. Booten now. Tupley slaps one. Save made by Moritz. .11:57 left to go here in this third period. Jacob Solano will take the draw with Kaysen Musket. Face-off's won. Here's Anderson. Shot hit the post. Gold with it. And a scramble for. Here's Luke Gary with it in the corner. Taken back behind the net there by Ryan Yorku. Yorku out towards center. Nice pass to Solano. Solano pass across. Shot went wide. Luke Gary with it back behind that. Oh, Israelov trips up Luke Gary. They're not even going to call it. Well, maybe they looks like they did call something on Omaha. So that's good. Here's Tomko with it. I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't think it's for the trip. It was for something else I think we just didn't see. But either way, we're going on a power play. That's all that matters. Going to the box will be... Looked like Israelov, so maybe they did get him for the trip. I was going to say, because the one close referee didn't get it, but the other one did. That was far down the ice, so if he's got good eyesight, I know that. Face-off will come to the right of Morans. Jeffress will take the draw with Tanner Morgan. Face-off's won. Here's Stenger with it. Out towards the blue line. View feeds it on back to Stenger. Pass across to Tupley. Back to Mason Stenger. One-time shot, Tupley. Save made by Morans. Here's Stenger with it. Feeds it on over to Dallas View. Picked up there, Jeffress. Here's Stenger on across Tupley. Tupley down there to Lenny Geiger. Geiger back for Stenger at the blue line. Stenger feeds it on over to View. Here's Dallas View. Pass across, got blocked in front of the goal. Geiger bounces around, picked up there by View in the corner. Here's View. Back out for Stenger. Stenger on across to Tupley. Tupley to Stenger. Towards the circle. Stenger feeds it on Tupley. Tupley back to Dallas View. Here's View. A shot got blocked by Morgan, but he still holds on to it. It's Tupley towards the blue line. Tupley on across Jeffress. Jeffress towards the circle. Here's Tupley with it. Tupley to Stenger. 58 seconds left to go on the power play. Poke check Tanner Morgan. Here's Stenger with it at center. Halfway through this third period. Sioux City still with a 3-1 lead. Jeffress there for Geiger. Back to Jeffress down there in the corner. Jeffress off the boards there for Elias Vatne. Vatne back for Jeffress down there in the corner. Out there in front, now it's clear. Here's Shane Gold with it now. Gold feeds it on back, Elias Vatne. Vatne towards center. Vatne, nice moves. Vatne back behind the net. He's going to be the one to make something happen here, I'm sure. Here's Gold back for Vatne. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Vatne feeds it on over to Shane Gold. Shaner gives it off to Gold. Boy, nasty deflection in front. Shot save made by Moritz from Anderson. Now it's Gold to scores! Shane Gold! It's 4-1! It won't be a power play goal, but it's still a goal nonetheless. And that might have just put the game away for Omaha. For Shane Gold, that'll be his 7th goal on the year, 18th point on the season. He's one of the top guys in terms of defensemen in the league when it comes to points. So he has really been on fire. Time of the goal, 10:54. Woo! Yeah, he does. Here's Dakota Bailey with it now. Bailey turns it over Tanner Morgan. Back behind the net. Karen was there. Bailey poked up into the air. Here's Christian Lyons. Now Gavin Carr with it. Carr in the corner there with Morgan. Intercepted. Here's Travis Poliski with it. Feeds it on over to Bailey. Bailey down there. Poliski. Dallas Potter will take this one. Puck sent back in behind the net. Taken there, Stanger. There's Stanger. Oh, we got a fight! Dakota Bailey against his former teammate Ryder Reynolds in the Musketeers bench. Boy, Reynolds! Bailey tries to take him down, and he does! But then he comes up on top of Bailey and tries to throw punches then. But the two linesmen, they break him up. Ryder Reynolds thinks he has the takedown, but Bailey took him down first. Ryder Reynolds, the scoundrel he is, throw him out of the game. It's 5 and 10s for fighting. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
You can take Salem out of the country, but you can't take the country out of Salem.
Super King Size Salem, the extra length cigarette that takes your taste to the country, wherever you light up.